Anyway, you're playing for a mug. Round one. Round one is... We're doing something slightly different this time. So what I want you to do is we're going to play a game that we invented for a stag do. It's called Faffily Fortunes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you... We asked 100 people to name X. And what I want you to do is you have to guess an answer for that. Here's the twist. Here's the twist. You can't get the top answer. If you get the top answer, you get no points for this round. 3 rounds, 5 questions each. Shit, you know the stuff. Okay, so here we go. Text your answers through to me at Chris M. Sutcliffe on Twitter, in the chat, whatever. We're back. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so here we go. It's fine. Here we go. Question number 1 in Faffily Fortunes. Name one of the occupations represented in the disco group, the Village People. Remember, if you get the top answer, we asked 100 people. If you get the top answer, you get no points for this. But if you get any of the other 4 answers, then you get the point. So, name one of the occupations represented in the disco group, the Village People. I'm sorry about that. Question number 2. Complete this sentence. Most girls would love to go out with a guy who has a great what? Most girls would love to go out with a guy who has a great what? I'm going to crack open a dipper in a second. All right. Question number 3. Question number 3. Name something a really lazy guy might teach his dog to fetch for him. Remember, don't get the top answer. Get anything between 2 and 5 for the point. We asked 100 people. Name something a really lazy guy might teach his dog to get for him. But you can't get that top answer. That's a big no-no. Can somebody just reassure me that this is all going... Like, you can all hear and see me and stuff? Thank you. So, that was question number 3. Question number 4. Name a place... Oh, hang on. No, this is a video round. This is a video round. I'm all at 6s and 7s. Watch this video because the question will follow. What I've done is I've taken a royalty-free piece of archival footage from the BBC. It was Richard Attenborough, the famous actor. He did a sort of series of train journeys. So watch this clip because the question will follow.
Call me Ishrael. The train, or steam locomotive engine, to give it its technical name, was invented in 1987 by Bert and Wilbur Orville, who were looking for a way to make their Nespresso hot. The duo originally called their invention the Rattlesnake, only to discover that that was the name of a very popular heavy metal band. You're currently looking at a mother train or dam, but here's a baby train. Oh, it's so cute. In the wild, trains tend to circle one another, as you see here, being fiercely independent. However, they can and have been domesticated, and humans can ride in their passenger sack, as I'm doing now. I love trains. Rumour has it that there are underground trains, which poor people take to work, although as yet no researcher has caught a glimpse, although if you listen, you can hear them crying in the distance. Modern locum engines are equipped with a range of luxuries. You see here, I'm choosing what I'm going to have for lunch. I think I'll have the Malbec. That'll be delicious. After lunch, a quick visit to the conveniences. Did you know? Did you know they have transport police? It's too fast. You're going too fast. You're going to slow down, train. Hit somebody. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
You have to come with me now, sir.
You're disturbing the other passengers. Not doing anything. You have to leave the train.
No, I just sat here having my lunch. So
I don't care. I don't care who you are. You've got to get off the train.
This one, that's a bad train. That one's a bad train. It's not looking at it. Just want to come back on the train. Who are you? Who are you?
Tragic what happened to that family. Anyway, the question is, name a place babies have been born when mum can't make it to the hospital in time. So name a place that babies have been born when mum can't make it to the hospital in time. You're looking not for the top answer to this, but for answers 2 through 5. And question number 5 for this round, for Philmanji or whatever it is. A mugger hopes you have money. Name something he hopes you don't have. So a mugger hopes you have money. Name something he hopes that you don't have. Remember, do not go for the top answer. Go for something a little bit outside the norm there. This, I think, is a fun round. This is a fun round. Oh my god, that was so stressful. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to move on to the second round. And I have a sneaking suspicion that it's somebody's favourite.
What's your favourite part of CoronaQuiz? Connector round?
That's right, it's the Atachu round. It used to be called Connecto. He hasn't watched it the last couple of weeks. It's quite rude. He's not watching it now, actually. So, but this is the Atachu round. So what I want you to do is I want you to listen to these questions and try to find what the connection is between them all. Because all the answers are themed, so they have... Now, it's not obvious, but there is a bit of connecting tissue between all of them. And what I want you to do is find out what that is. And if you get the right answer, you double your points for this round. So if you get 4 right and you get the connector Atachu, then you get 8 points. If you get 2 right and somehow... Oh my god, are you kidding me? Adobe's crashed. Oh, fuck. I mean, so no swearing, no swearing. Oh. Fuck. So what I want you to do is listen to these 5 questions, and I want you to find the Atachu between all of them. So, question number 6. Which H is a type of toy ring placed around the waist, which you then attempt to keep up through gyrating your hips? Which H is a type of toy ring placed around the waist, which you then try to keep up through gyrating your hips? Question number 7. County, magistrate, crown, and supreme are all types of what? Question number 7. County, magistrate, crown, and supreme are all types of what? I'm sorry about before. Next week's a sparrow. Question number 8. Which famous US donut chain shares its name with the act of dipping a biscuit into a mug of tea or coffee? For those of you in London, mug. Question number 9. When a person takes a year or 2 off to visit different countries and lives out of a backpack, they might be said to have gone what? What might they be said to have gone? And question number 10. With what animal would you associate matadors and toreros? So with what animal would you associate matadors and toreros? Let's go through those quickly one more time. Which H is a type of toy ring placed around the waist, which you try to keep up by gyrating your hips? County, magistrate, crown, and supreme are all types of what? Which famous US donut chain shares its name with the act of dipping a biscuit in a mug of tea and coffee? Mug. And question number 9. When a person takes a year or 2 off to visit different countries and they live out of their backpack, they might be said to have gone what? What might they be said to have gone? And question number 10. With what animal would you associate matadors and toreros? Now remember, what's the link? You're thinking about what the link is between all those. So let's go back and do the answers to round 1. Remember, you're playing for a CoronaQuiz mug. An actual CoronaQuiz mug this time. We can't offer prizes because the police are still investigating the mysterious deaths, but you're playing for a mug. So, here we go. Question number 1. Name one of the occupations represented in the disco group The Village People. Now, going from answer 5 up to 1, remember, you don't want to get number 1. You don't get any points for this. But you get points for any others that you get. Well, no, only the one that you got. So, military man, cowboy, American Indian, police, and no points if you got construction worker. No points if you got construction worker. I don't make the rules. Question number 2. Complete the sentence. Most girls would love to go out with a guy who has a great what? Starting from the rear. Get out of here, you. Smile. You can have a point for smile. Job/big wallet. You can have a point for. Car. Body. But you cannot have a point for personality. You cannot have a point for personality. Just like real life. Question number 3. Name something a really lazy guy might teach his dog to fetch for him. You can have cigarettes, clothes/shoes, newspaper, remote, but you cannot have a point for beer, which was the top answer. You can't have a point for that. Ludicrous. Get out of here, you. Okay, and 4. Question number 4. Name a place babies have been born when mum can't make it to the hospital on time. That's elevator. You can have a point for. /lift. At home. On the bus. You can have a point for subway/train. You cannot have a point for car/taxi. You cannot have a point for car/taxi. And question number 5, the final one for this Faffily Fortunes round. A mugger hopes you have money. Name something he hopes you don't have. You can have points for the following. You only get 1, remember. Illness. An empty wallet. Attitude/guts. Mace/pepper spray. You cannot have a point for gun/weapon. And now moving on to the Atachu round. Hopefully you're all pretty much clued up on what's going on with this one by now. The gimmick is you have to find the link between them, and it's probably the most obvious one. So, what? All right. Sorry, I just got a text. So, which H is a type of toy ring placed around the waist, which you then attempt to keep up by gyrating? That's a hula hoop. That's a hula hoop. Hoop. County, magistrate, crown, and supreme are all types of what? Court. They're all types of court. Which famous US donut chain shares its name with the act of dipping a biscuit into a mug of tea or coffee? Dunkin'. Dunkin'. Dunk-in. When a person takes a year or 2 off to visit different countries and lives out of a backpack, they've been said to have gone travelling. They've been said to have gone travelling. Go to chrisacross.com to read my travel diaries from India and Nepal. And with what animal would you associate matadors and toreros? Well, that is bull. That is a bull. And so what links hoop, court, dunkin', travelling, and bulls? The answer, of course, is dolphins. So, does it... let's go through it, because I know that there's a couple of you who'll be like, oh, you do go through it. But here's how we got that. Hula hoops. Dolphins, of course, love to jump through hoops held by their trainers. County magistrate, crown, and supreme are all types of what? Well, that's court. How do you think they got in SeaWorld? They were caught. Which famous US donut chain shares its name with the act of dipping a biscuit in the Dunkin'? Well, I tell you what, if you're in the front row at SeaWorld, you're going to get a Dunkin'. You're going to get a Dunkin'. Question number 4. When a country takes a year or two off to visit different countries and lives out of the backpack they've gone travelling, dolphins, being the largest type of fish in the sea, they travel thousands of miles. And sometimes they go back to their home river and they swim all the way upstream to lay their eggs. And that's how we get baby dolphins. But they travel far. And with, what would you say? Well, that's bull. What's a male dolphin called? Of course, that is a bull. So the answer is dolphins. So top those up. You don't have to send them through to me yet. But what I want you to do is think of a team name, because I need to address you at the end. And please do be strict. Please do be strict. Okay. Sparrow next week. So, moving on now to the final round, which is sport. So this is all about sport. So, let's get these up. Okay, so question number 11. Name part of a car. Name part of a car. Question number 11. Name part of a car. All right. Question number... where's that gone? Question number 12. I'm going to show you a picture of a celebrity. I want you to tell me who the celebrity is. Okay, so who is this? Who's the celebrity? Who's that? Who's that? Question number 12. Question number 13. Who is the Disney princess or Disney royalty who I'd most like to go for a beer with? That's question number 13. Question number 14. I want you to listen to this noise. I want you to tell me what musical instrument made this noise. So what musical instrument made that noise? And question number 15. What I want you to do is I want you to watch this clip and a question will follow. Watch this clip and a question is going to follow.
Hello there. Do come in. Pardon the mess.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, I'm looking for... Sorry.
That'll be 50 quid you owe me.
What do you mean? It was right. That's not
me.
me.
Well, there you go again. What am I supposed to do about that?
Absolutely not. You're putting these in my way.
100 quid, mate. You smashed.
I'm not.
There you go. That's 400 quid now.
400 quid. It was tiny. I'm not paying that.
Not tiny to me.
That's
mate.
how you. Listen, I'm coming round to get.
900 quid. 900 quid you owe me.
900. I'm not going to pay. I'm going.
Sir, just before you go,
Yeah. What?
how did you find your time at the annoyance store?
Annoyance. I thought this was the Amphora store. Welcome back. What I want you to do is I want you to tell me what was the colour of that first jar that got broken. So it's a bit of a test of memory. What I want you to do is tell me what was the colour of that first jar that was broken. Okay, so those are the answers. All right, so those are the questions. What I want you to do now is think about that while we play another clip. I learned my lesson from last time where people got a little bit bored with me doing ad-libbing over an old clip. So I'm going to play a different clip now. So let's just go through those questions one more time. Name part of a car. Name part of a car. Who is this? Who's the celebrity? There was a question 13. Question 14 was another question. That was a different question. A more different one. Oh, what's this? And question number 15. What was the colour of the jar that got broken? in that clip. So just watch. Okay, well, it's a bit subtle. So watch this. Watch the clip again, and I'll. No, right. No, you sorry. Okay, so watch this clip. Watch this sketch, and then we'll do the answers. And it's not been a busy day, and he's not been that stressed out, so nobody sees it coming. So we go to the pub, and we must have been in there maybe 3 hours tops, like not that long, and nobody saw it coming, right? But I guess he must have just been pounding him, and he's pounding him, and then it gets to the point where people go, well, should we start taking John home? Just take John. Like we don't normally see John like this, and then all of a sudden, before we can do anything, he's turned and he's thrown up. What, like, imagine him, right? And he goes like, and he's just thrown up all the way over what turns out to be our boss's coat. And honestly, it's like, but we're trying to talk to him about it, and it's, we're just trying to hustle him out before he can get in trouble. But it's honestly like,
just kill yourself.
It's like he's just blank behind the eyes. Anyway, he wakes up the next morning. We've had to hustle him out. We put him in a taxi. He doesn't remember any of it. The only reason that he knows is because we've been texting him. Tim, how you doing? Hey, you're right. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, no, Dave, this is John. How are you feeling after Friday? Oh, yeah, it's a big one. I only found out about it the next day. Got a text. All right, it's just like, Tim's been sick on the boss's coat. It's fucking unbelievable. So he said that was you. No, this is. Listen, anyway, what you been doing? What's the? Hang on, Dave. You're the. He's told us all about you. You went to uni with him. Yeah. He told everyone in the office. It was when you were on. I think it was a stag, and you went down that water slide, and it got a bit too much for your bowels, and it all sort of. No, that wasn't. No, I'm getting you confused. Yeah. No, why have you been? No. How's you come straight from the office? How's everyone there? And I think that's why it resonated with so many people, because we've all been caught out in lies with different friendship groups. And I remember my 8th wife turned to me and said, Brian, you lie all the time to your different friendship groups to make yourself look cool. And I just stopped in my tracks and I said, it's none of your goddamn business what I say to my friendship groups. So that's a cautionary tale about having kids. So I've had a couple of texts through that a couple of you rather didn't see the clip. So about the amphora. So let's just play that one again, and then we'll do the answers.
Hello there. Do come in. Pardon the mess.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, I'm looking for.
Sorry. That'll be 50 quid you owe me.
What do you mean? It was right. That's not me.
Well, there you go again. What am I supposed to do about that?
I'm saying, you're putting these in my way.
100 quid, mate. You smashed.
I'm not.
There you go. That's 400 quid now.
400 quid. It was tiny. I'm not paying that.
Not tiny to me.
Well, you've seen that all now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the answers to the final round. So here we go. Name any part of a car. The correct answer was the gear stick. So that's gear stick is the answer to question number 11. Question number 12. Who is this? Who's this? Who's the celebrity? That's Deep Space Nine. That's Deep Space Nine. That's Deep Space Nine. And which Disney royalty would I go for a drink with? Elsa, obviously. She's 20. She's the only one who's 21 and over. So that's who you'd go for a drink with. That's just the right answer. Question number 4, can't remember. Give yourself a point. And question number 5. Oh wait, no, it was this. That is a harp, of course. That's a harp. A harp. And question number 15, the answer, of course, was green. So, top those answers up. What I want you to do is I want you to send those answers through to me with your team name to @ChrisM. on Twitter. Text them through, put them in the chat, whatever. And I had such big plans for this week, and then my train got cancelled last week, and I didn't have the morning to do stuff. Anyway, so I'm going to hand over to our musical guests now, and while they're playing, I want you to text me your answers, and then at the end we'll declare a winner. That's how this tends to work, right? Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, an up-and-coming duo. I'm sure they're going to be big. You'll love them as much as I do. Great guys. We had a hell of a time behind the scenes. Anyway, Hall & Oates, everybody.
Shake it up is all that we know, using the bodies up as we go. I'm waking up to fantasy, the shades all around on the colors we used to see. Broken ice still melts in the sun, and ties that are broken can often be won again. We're so alone, soul really matters to me.
Take a look around.
You're out of touch, I'm out of time, but I'm out of my head when you're not around. You're out of touch, I'm out of time, but I'm out of my head when you're not around. Oh, 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 oh. Reaching out for something to hold, looking for a love where the climate is cold. Manic moods and drowsy dreams, living in the middle between the two extremes. Smoking guns are hot to the touch, would cool down if we didn't use them so much. Yeah, we're so alone, soul really matters to me. Too much. You're out of touch, I'm out of time, but I'm out of my head when you're not around. You're out of touch, I'm out of time, but I'm out of my head when you're not around. Oh, 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 oh. You're out of touch, I'm out of time, but I'm out of my head when you're not around. You're out of touch, I'm out of time, but I'm out of my head when you're not around. You're out of touch, I'm out of time, too cold, girl, but I'm out of my head when you're not around. You're out of touch, I'm out of time, but I'm out of my head when you're not around. You're out of touch, too cold, I'm out of time, too cold, girl, out of my head when you're not around. You're out of touch, I'm out of time, but I'm out of my head, girl, not around. My head, girl. You're out of touch. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Out of touch, out of touch, out of time, out of time.
If I'm honest with myself, I would have, in retrospect, spent less time learning, recording, and duetting with myself a Hall & Oates song, and more time doing actual sketches. For instance, I probably would have actually recorded this. Can't see it. Like 10 texts. Can't see it. What's going on?
Hello there.
Yeah, it's not
Do
real.
come in.
It's not real. Anyway, who's won the mug? I know that's what you're all wanting to know. So, the answer is... Wow, there's a range of scores here. Okay, but the winner this time is... Team Ellie, I guess. I guess Team Ellie, because they haven't submitted a name. But congratulations, that is fantastic. Everyone's very proud. Finally a win for you guys. Thank you very much for bearing with me, everybody. That was that was a blooming nightmare at the start. But you all stuck with it, and you all saw horror notes. So, yeah, Ellie, get your... Oh, wait, hang on. They've got a team name. Elia Rose and Greg is their team name. Congratulations to Elia Rose and Greg. That is fantastic. Get your address over to me and I will send you a Corona Quiz mug. And remember, guys, next week is a sparrow. Next week's a sparrow. So, thanks for watching. See you later. Oh, fuck.